Lewis Hamilton. He's one of the greatest drivers in his sport, and I'd say I'd agree. And one of the things however, what I don't agree on is how he treats his rivals and how squeaky his voice is. Like, I, out of all people, can say much, given my recent voice. And his choice in beards. He's had some very, very weird choices. But first up, we're going to talk about his treatment of rivals. On numerous occasions, he's gone out of his way deliberately to crash and to slander his opponents to gain any form of competitive advantage imaginable. This guy has not only thrown opponents out of races, he's just fought them in general, slap fights, and he doesn't really like his opponents, and it really, really doesn't. It doesn't sit well with me. And another thing is his voice. With his fairly dark skin tone and 5'9" frame, so about my height, you'd assume he'd sound like most British males of this time, but he doesn't. His voice eternally sounds like he's sick, and he has a really raspy voice. And it sounds like the accent just isn't there. And when you hear it every Sunday for 8 years straight, it's super annoying. And finally, his beard choice. This guy has had some of the weirdest choices ever. Like in the early 2010s, Lewis decided to go with an absurdly thin and pretty thick chin strap beard that followed directly on his jawline. And it just, I don't know why, but every time I see it, it makes me really, really bad. But that concludes my decently slanderous speech on 8-time world champion Lewis Hamilton.